Hey, what's good, guys? It's Austin here. Now, in today's story time, I'm telling you guys about something that happened to me last year. Now, this was very confusing to me at the time, but also it was pretty funny and kind of annoying. I don't know, it was a bunch of different emotions at once. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Please leave a like on the video. It would be dope if we get like 10,000 likes on this video. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get into this shit. So this story takes place, like I said, a year ago, okay? Now, Mr. Luna, aka me, was walking down the street. I was coming from a friend's house about 15 minutes away from my house, and I was waiting for another friend to come and pick me up to take me back to that area where I live in my hometown. So basically, I left one friend's house, walked a little bit to this main street, and then told my other friend to come and pick me up on this street and bring me back to where I live and hang out with me at my house. Now, the street I was on is actually pretty popular for nightlife and stuff like that, especially on weekends, and I was leaving my friend's house on a Friday night. So, like, all the bars were open and people were hanging out there and, like, on the street smoking cigarettes. Like, it's a very, very popular area, especially on weekends. And, of course, with my luck, it starts raining. So I'm standing on the side of this road waiting for my friend to come get me. It starts raining. People go back inside to wherever they are, whether it's a bar or a store or whatever. And I'm just standing there in the rain, just waiting for my friend. And my friend's, like, 10 minutes away. So I'm texting him, like, dude, please hurry up. Like, I'm getting rained on. Please hurry. And my friend's like, all right, bro, be there soon. Don't worry. And I have my hood pulled up, and I'm just standing there getting rained on. And these three people walked by me. And it was one guy and two girls. And one of the girls looked super, super, like, angry about something. And she yelled something in my direction, and I was kind of turned the other way, because after I saw her, I turned. And I didn't know if it was at me or her friend or something. And I just ignored it. But I guess she was yelling something at me, because then I heard her go, hey. And I turned around, she's like, listen to me when I'm talking to you. And I was like, what? And she was screaming at me, like screaming. And she looked so angry. And she had a Sprite in her hand. And she was definitely drunk. She was definitely coming from a bar or something because her friends were dying laughing and like yelling random shit out. And like the girl was slurring her words. And you could just kind of tell she was under the influence of something. And she had a Sprite in her hand. I'm guessing she was coming from like the dollar store down the street or something. And was just sipping on it. And I was like, what'd you say? And she goes, fuck off. And she takes her Sprite and just throws it at my feet open. And it explodes all over my fucking leg. So I look back up at her, and I'm just like, oh, this is how this night's going to be. I was like, all right, fuck you too then. And she was just like, what'd you say? And she like starts trying to like run up to me, and her fucking friend, like the dude, grabs her two arms and starts like holding her back. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening right now? And the guy just goes, I would just keep walking, man, like keep walking. So I turn and I just walk away because I'm like, you know what, fuck that. And the girl's yelling at me, and I'm like just completely ignoring her, and the guy's trying to hold her back, and the other girl's just laughing that they were with. And I was like, fuck that situation. So a few minutes go by, and my friend pulls up next to me. I get in his car, and I explain what happened. And he's like, wait a minute. Someone did that to you? Like someone threw Sprite at your leg? And I was like, yeah. He's like, nah, we're not letting them get away with that. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, nah, fuck that. And he's like, does a U-turn? And he's like, tell me which ones are them. And I was like, nah, dude, what are you going to do? He's like, no, nothing serious, but like, just tell me. And I was like, all right, fine. So we're driving, and we're like right on their side of the street. And I see them walking down the sidewalk. And I'm like, that's them. And my friend goes, okay. So he pulls his car like right into the sewage side drain thing. And it was like straight out of a fucking movie. He made the water just go full up in the air and just splash all three of them. And then he slowed down, rolled the window down, and goes, how was that shit? And then drove away. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, nah, dude, fuck that. Like, that's not okay. No one gets to do that to you. And I was just lost for words. I was like, what the fuck? He wasn't driving on the sidewalk or anything. Like, he was on the road, but the road was right next to the sidewalk, and there was a bunch of water built up on the side of the street because of the rain. And it had been raining like all week previous too, because I live in a place that gets shit weather. And yeah, just completely splashed them by driving in it. And it went right over to the sidewalk where they were walking and just got all of them. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of that. Like, I went home with my friend. We hung out for a little bit. And that was pretty much it. Like, basically this goth girl that was drunk threw something at me and tried to attack me. And my friend splashed them with water. And that was pretty much the end of the story. So, not the longest story. Not the craziest, but pretty fucking crazy at the same time. And I think it was pretty funny. So if you guys did find this funny or enjoyed this, please leave a like on the video. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Peace.